All right, so we went straight to the crowdsourcing company for this one, and they confirmed, yes. A company spokesperson says it teamed up with the Virginia Department of Transportation in December to make that happen. You see, VDOT and Waze rolled out this feature for 185 countries. But here's where you come in. Just like an accident or car on the side of the road, the feature only works if drivers use the app to log the road conditions. Now, in the app, you would hit report and then hazard and then press weather and then either ice or unplowed road. So yeah, we can verify you can use Waze to check road conditions and make sure the road is good to go. If you've got something you want verified, you can reach out to me directly with the questions you want answered. I'm on Facebook and Twitter at Adam Longo TV. You can also email the team, verify@WUSA9.com.
Now, your WUSA 9 weather forecast, sponsored by Cox.
All right, so now is the time to get ready for tomorrow.
Well, hopefully we did that a little earlier. You still have time to cover your windshield.
That's what I mean.
If you run outside, yeah, I would do that, put the windshield wipers up. But, you know, it's not going to be a huge meteorological event, but it's going to be a pretty big impact for your Saturday. So just sort of keep that in mind. If you can delay doing things Saturday morning, if you're north and west of town, I'd go ahead and delay that. So here's the radar. Past couple of hours. There's the snow now pushing through Ohio, but notice the snow beginning to break out in southwestern Virginia and West Virginia. So that's going to be that warm, moist air riding over that cold air, the cold dome of Arctic air. So it's about a few hours away if you're along I-81, probably about 4 or 5 hours away, and probably rolling here about 6 or 7 in the metro. Look at these temps. 27 in Leesburg, 27 in Frederick, 31 in D.C., 24 already in Gaithersburg, and 22 in Manassas. So here we go, 6:30, 6 o'clock, temps in the 20s, snow just west of town. It moves through quickly. Again, maybe only a 1 or 2 hour period of snow. And then the magenta here kicks back to some sleet and freezing rain. By the time we get to lunchtime, still have a mixture north and west of town. By 2:30, still a mixture north and west of town, kind of a lull into southern Maryland. And then by 6 o'clock, more rain into southern Maryland. If you have errands to do in Charles County, St. Mary's County, you can do them after 1 or 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. But if you're in Frederick or Martinsburg or Hagerstown, if you can postpone those errands tomorrow completely, that would be a good idea. Everything clears out very quickly after midnight. And then Sunday morning, I think, you know, early morning churchgoers should be okay. Most areas above freezing. So just sort of keep that in mind. Sometimes you can't have black ice with surface temperatures just a little bit above. So snow, sleet, and freezing rain. There are the winter weather advisories, essentially west of I-95. Again, we're mainly concerned about folks walking on their driveways and their sidewalks. They're going to be icy. Allow extra time to scrape your car. Hopefully you've covered your windshield, and I got to believe there's going to be some flight delays and some canceled activities tomorrow. There's the snow map again, a dusting to an inch, Gaithersburg to just south of D.C., and maybe 1 to 2 inches Frederick to Hagerstown, but it's just not a big snow event. It is more ice. We're looking at a glazing now. D.C., even in the southern part of the Beltway in northern Prince George's County around Bowie, 1/10 of an inch for Gaithersburg, Bethesda, Leesburg, Rockville. That's not going to pull trees down, but that will coat your driveway. That could make it slippery. But the blue, you see that? That's what we're concerned about. That could be a little bit of an ice storm from Frederick to Hagerstown to Martinsburg to Cumberland. 1/4 inch will pull down some limbs and trees. Now, why is it better? Why would we rather have sleet versus freezing rain? And here's why. It goes back to that column of air. In this case, it's not a completely cold column of air, so we don't have a pure snow. Yeah, everything starts out as snow, but then it melts as it goes through that warm layer, and that becomes rain, and then it goes through a cold layer again, that becomes sleet. Why is sleet better? Because it bounces, falls as little pieces of ice. It will not accumulate on trees or power lines. But if you expand that warm layer, now we get more rain, and then it freezes on contact at the surface, and that's freezing rain. And that does accumulate on power lines and trees, and that is a problem. How do we know these temperatures, by the way? Well, the Weather Service releases balloons twice a day, and also pilots report back these temperatures. They're critical as to what's going to fall from the sky. But again, freezing rain, that equals the ice storm. Okay, let's see when folks crawl above freezing tomorrow. Okay, so here's the deal. D.C. about 4 o'clock, maybe about 10 o'clock in Winchester and Leesburg. It may take until 2 a.m. Sunday morning to get Frederick above freezing. Okay, so here's the deal. Yellow weather alert tomorrow, but then just blustery on Sunday, 43. Cold on Monday, Martin Luther King Day.